the joy that I have in our next conversation. I am so happy for this young lady because we've been seeing her all over on social media, and it's been quite the journey to see her go from the socials, knowing all the work, the incredible work that she's doing, to now have graced the Miss South Africa stage and be crowned as Miss South Africa after months of anticipation, dazzling public appearances, and thousands of hopefuls. South Africa has a brand new Miss South Africa, crowned under the bright lights of the SunBet Arena in Pretoria. Qhawekazi Mazaleni, a 24-year-old speech therapist from the Eastern Cape, stepped into the history with grace, power, and poise. The night indeed was electric, with performances by Makadzi, Caesar, Langamavuso, and many more, and hosted by style icons Nomalanga Shozi and Pamela Mtanga. The show was more than a pageant, it was a cultural spectacle. The judges panel boasted royalty too, including former Miss South Africa winners Dr. Tamron Green, Ndavi Nokeri, journalist Heidi Gyokos, and actress Cindy Mahlangu, and branding guru Tebe Ikalifeng. Now with over 3 million rand in prizes, including a Mercedes-Benz, a luxury penthouse, and 1 million rand in cash, Qhawekazi steps into a new role not just as a beauty queen, but as a voice for purpose, power, and possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome to the upside Miss South Africa, Qhawekazi. Good afternoon and welcome to the upside. How are you doing?
Doing very well, thanks. How are you doing?
We are fantastic. Congratulations on your win. How does it feel? Have you had time to take it all in? I mean, it's only been a day or two.
I think we're on what? We are on day 2. It's starting to sink in slowly but surely. But I think as the days go by, I'll start to realize that I am actually Miss South Africa.
That is so beautiful. Congratulations. Let's talk about, I'm hearing the words journey and growth in my mind as Deborah was speaking. So every Miss South Africa has a story that has led to that crown, you know. And what part of your personal journey do you think shaped you for this title?
Sure, that's such a beautiful question. I think for me, it really started in high school and my decision to actually become a speech therapist, because that's when I really feel like I found my purpose and what I wanted to do in this life. And so when I was in varsity, that's when I started with looking for ways to make education more inclusive within South Africa. And with that, I decided, okay, cool, let me publish a book in isiXhosa. Right, so we could make education more inclusive, and then from that, just being able to start, we can do it on a bigger platform, and now we're at Miss South Africa.
Well-deserving winner this year, Miss South Africa. It's 20 minutes after 1 p.m. Central African time. We are hanging out with the Queen of South Africa right now, ladies and gentlemen, Qhawekazi. And I tell you what, I said we were following her on social media, and we're very excited that she got to win this title. Qhawekazi, let's talk about your family's reaction, because I know your sister is also no stranger to the Miss South Africa stage. How did they feel? Talk us through the emotions that evening when you were crowned the Queen.
I think for us and my family, it's been a very, very full circle moment. My sister has been my biggest cheerleader in my life and on social media. And it's just leading up to the actual finale. They've just really been my pillars of support. And I think now that I am Miss South Africa, it really feels like it's been this incredibly long journey, but it's also just a deep sense of gratitude that we're actually at this point now.
Sounds lovely. A lot of people, I mean, we see the glitz and the glamour, and listen, that's all we want to see. We appreciate that. But take us to the reality of the competition. That's what we see, but there is quite a lot of hard work that goes behind it. So what has been the most challenging part of your Miss South Africa journey, and how did you overcome it, or how did you, sort of alchemize that so that you can come up as the winner that we see today?
For me, it's almost being able to align my advocacy with the initiative that Miss South Africa is also championing called Empower Youth Africa. So it really is, it's targeting a lot of the issues that our youth face, such as youth unemployment, civic engagement, skills development, entrepreneurship, those sorts of things. And I think when you come into the competition, you come in with a certain mindset as to this is what you want your advocacy to be. But when you're in here, you have so much room for collaboration. We also have mentors this year who've worked alongside us. And it was a thing of being able to articulate my advocacy, but also coming up with tangible ways to actually address it, which the organizations really helped me.
Qhawekazi, when you're on stage, there's a lot that can go wrong, a lot that does go wrong oftentimes in live productions and so on and so forth. Take us through, backstage. What was happening there? Because on stage, y'all were poised. And let me tell you, y'all didn't look like you were going through anything. But walk us through the night itself. As contestants, how did it feel being in the background? What were some of the challenges that you had to overcome there that we were not privy to watching it from the screen?
Yeah. So I think especially it was but as soon as the music started and we stepped on, begin to light up. But it was always so funny. So you get on stage and you speak to the audience and you walk backstage. And once you get backstage, all of the women that you're walking this journey with will get there and they'll cheer for you and they'll help you up and to go again. So it's balancing the nerves of it, but there was also this underlying excitement of the evening.
So how are you gonna, I'm thinking about your two worlds now, okay? You as a speech therapist and now being crowned the new Miss South Africa. Talk to us about those two worlds. How are you going to now, or how is this role as Miss South Africa going to inform how you communicate, because you are now a public figure? How is it going to influence the core of the work and the passion that that you have brought to the competition?
I'm so sorry, you broke up a little bit there in the beginning. Could you repeat that for me?
Not a problem. So bridging the two worlds for you, your work as a speech therapist, now being Miss South Africa, you're now a public figure. How are you going to communicate now? How is the Miss South Africa crown, as it were, going to influence how you now communicate in the work, the core of the work that you do?
So I think for me, it really has been a mission of using the Miss South Africa platform to do the work that I've been doing before, but on a bigger scale. So I have always been very passionate about inclusive education. And I really want to take this as an opportunity to get more multilingual authors and illustrators involved. Because when children are able to actually learn in their home languages from a foundational age, it really sets them up for tertiary studies, it sets them up for high school studies, which is how we can start addressing unemployment at its root cause. So it really is combining those two kind of worlds of speech therapy and Miss South Africa and just laying that foundation for my work to continue even after my reign.
For the little girl who is in a village right now and has seen Qhawekazi being crowned as Miss South Africa, they also aspire to be like you and be on stage and be crowned as Miss South Africa. What advice would you give to them?
I would tell them to start doing the work now. So to think about the characteristics they would like to see in a Miss South Africa and to make sure that they try to embody them now. So if it's humility, if it's integrity, if it is kindness, if it's being a self-starter, to think of the qualities that they would like to see in a Miss South Africa and work towards them now.
Well, I just want to say, please enjoy yourself, enjoy your beauty, enjoy your reign. I think also there comes so much pressure with, having to be this grand person, which is wonderful. And you already are that. You're already aligning with that. But I also just want to say, we're very proud of you. Please just enjoy your wonderful gift. And blessings to you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. The voice of Qhawekazi Mazaleni, the newly crowned Miss South Africa for the year